Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Having a Drink with Jer. Thank you guys all last week for subscribing, liking, sharing, and just your feedback. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was a blast, and I'm happy to be back right now for this edition of pre-opening day episode of Having a Drink with Jer. Remember to hit that subscribe button, hit like, share it, tell people about it, tell people you like it, tell people it sucked, tell me it sucked. I don't give a fuck. Just remember, hit me up on Facebook at Jared Parrott, Twitter, Jared904-60222. Long ass fucking Twitter, I know. But, and then hit the comments down below underneath the video. Tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like, ask your questions. And I'm going to add a new thing to the upcoming episodes. You give me a question, and like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'll put it in the episode and we'll talk about it. Give my thoughts on what the question was. So let's get moving forward with this week's episode. Get your beer, crack it, take a sip. But I just want to talk about 5 guys who I think are potential breakout candidates this year, or were already breakout candidates but are ready to move to that next level. Superstar, all-star, whatever you want to call it, MVP, stuff like that. The first guy I'd like to talk about is Yoan Moncada, the 23-year-old second baseman for the White Sox, who is no longer going to be a second baseman. The White Sox got smart, and they're going to move him to third base. The dude has a cannon for an arm, and now he can show it off every day. I say every day, but if he keeps striking out at 217 Ks a season, maybe he's not playing every day. The dude has so much upside, though. He had a ton of extra base hits last year, 30 doubles, 17 home runs, a few triples. If he could just cut the strikeouts down by like 25% and start seeing more pitches and just getting on base, using his speed, putting it all together, he's going to be elite. I could definitely see him being somewhere in the Javi Baez category for a type of player. Javi Baez was somewhat similar his first few years. Then everyone saw last year he finished second in MVP. I'm not saying Yoan Moncada is going to do that this year, but I think the strikeouts are his biggest thing. Get them down, start seeing better pitches, making more contact, and putting the ball in play. Who knows what the dude can do. The upside, the ceiling is so high for this guy. It's unreal. He just needs to get his head right and put it all together. Red Sox traded him for Chris Sale. What's that tell you? The White Sox love the guy. Chris Sale, we all seen what he does. It's a good deal as long as Moncada. It might even be a better deal for the White Sox if Moncada puts it all together. So he's first on my list. The second guy is the Rockies' David Dahl. The 25-year-old, he's played in 2 seasons, but not really ever had a full season. Last year, he got the starting job, and he was supposed to be their everyday guy. But broke his right foot in June, I believe, June or July. Cut things short, slowed things down. But in 77 games, he had 68 hits. 30 of them went for extra base hits. That's pretty good. You know, he's got some power, and he gets doubles. He's putting the ball in the gaps. Coors Field's a great place for him, especially in that lineup with Colorado. He's going to be hitting behind guys like Charlie Blackmon, Trevor Story, Nolan Ariando, Ian Desmond. You know, oh, now David Murphy. I forgot all of Daniel Murphy. David Murphy, yeah, whatever. The Murphy guy. Idiot. He's good too. But yeah, he's going to, if he's on the field all year in that lineup, this dude is going to break out in a huge way. People aren't going to be looking at him. They're going to be looking at all the other guys. Oh, got some company. Hey, buddy. That's my dog. Don't worry about him. But, yeah, he's going to get all the pitches. They're going to be pitching around Blackmon, Story, Nolan. He's going to have a serious chance at driving in, I'm saying 100-plus RBIs if he's there every day this year. And he could hit 30 home runs this year. You know, right now I see him as more like a David Peralta type player. But if he gets it all together and stays healthy this year, I think he could definitely become Andrew McCutchen of his prime, when Andrew McCutchen was in his prime for the Pirates. So I like him. Now my third guy is Ahmad Rosario, the shortstop from the Mets. He's going into age 23 season. Last year, he played in 150 plus games. Go ahead and look at his stats and be like, Jer, why the fuck are we talking about Rosario? There ain't much to talk about. No power, blah, blah, blah. Everyone looks for the long ball, the power. This dude, I was looking at some scouting reports on him. Not a disciplined hitter at all. I think he had like 25 walks and 100 and something strikeouts. That's terrible. Low batting average, low on base. But he still was able to get 24 stolen bases. When he was on base, he created damage. He also had 140 plus hits. He works on the discipline. He's going to get it up to 160 to 170 hits. That's a lot of hits. That's great. That means his average goes up, his on base goes up. Get the walks from 25 to 50. Add 25 more walks. He's on base more. So those 24 stolen bases could go from 30 to 40 stolen bases. Who knows? He'll be scoring runs. He can get it up to 100 runs. You know, if he ends up batting like 270, 100 runs scored, maybe 12, 14, 15 home run range with 40 stolen bases, we're looking at Jose Reyes 2.0. I mean, Jose was great in his early stages with the Mets. I'm not saying this kid is going to be that, but he definitely has potential to be the Jose Reyes type. So that's the shortstop from the Mets. Now my next guy is Nick Pivetta, the Phillies' 26-year-old right-handed pitcher. Now, if you want to grow up to be a pitcher, look at this guy, 6'5", 220. That is a big boy. That's what you'd want to be. You know, big boy out there, big body, big built. That's the mold you want to be a pitcher. Throws 93 to 95, can get it up to 97 occasionally. He strikes out a lot of guys, doesn't walk anybody, pitches to contact. That's what you want. He struck out 4 times more batters than he did walk. That's incredible. Now, I don't know what the Phillies are looking for him this year. I haven't heard much on this is just my own research. I think he is going to break out in a big way behind Jake Arrieta and Aaron Nola. He may even be ahead of Arrieta, but the Phillies paid Arrieta, so Arrieta is going to get that number 2 spot. So the pressure really isn't on him. He can just sit back, go against teams as the other team's third man guy in the rotation, and have his way. He's going to pitch to contact. He's going to strike people out, like I said. And I think this year he breaks out in a huge way. Remember, he was drafted by the Nationals. They traded Jonathan Papelbon for this kid. So I think last year he had a high ERA, but if you look at all the metric bullshit, and I don't even understand half the stuff, but according to the metrics, he wasn't as bad as a 4.77 ERA. I'll take their word for it, but I'm just going with my own eyeball test. I think this guy is going to break out and be a 15, 16 win guy this year, maybe even get to 190, 200 strikeouts on the season. So look for Nick Pivetta to break out for the Philadelphia Phillies this year. Now, my fifth and final guy is the guy that I don't think is breaking out. I think he had already had his coming out breakout party last year, and that's Matt Chapman from the Oakland A's. Third baseman, he's 25 this year. He was, believe it or not, finished in the top 10 in MVP last year. Now, he had 24 home runs, 60-something RBIs, but RBIs don't mean shit. Mookie Betts just won MVP, didn't get 100 RBIs. Chapman scored 100 runs, batted in the 270s, 24 bombs. Biggest thing with him is he got into the big leagues because of his fucking defense. And he is so good defensively. There's only one other third baseman in baseball that I think is better than him on the defensive side of things, and that's Nolan Arenado from the Rockies. Now, Matt Chapman, don't fucking bite my head off when I say this. I think he can come up this season and be in the same category and breadth as Nolan Arenado. This dude plays in Oakland, not a hitter-friendly ballpark. Nolan Arenado plays in Colorado, gets a lot of shit, but he's still a beast no matter what and where he plays. I think Matt Chapman this year, to go along with the defense that he provides every night, he's going to hit 30 home runs. He's going to drive in 80 RBIs. He's going to get his average closer to 300. He knows he's going to score 100 runs, plus he's going to win Gold Glove. Now, the A's, they came out of nowhere last year. This year, I think they come back down to earth and they suck, so we won't see him as much. So you'll have to look him up online, watch Baseball Tonight, all the baseball shows, ESPN, whatever. But look out for Matt Chapman to break out in an absolute huge way this year. I'm not talking breakout. I'm talking he's going to superstar elite level this year. Count on it. Write it down. Write all these names down that you just heard. And we will check back in to see how wrong or right I was later on in the season. That's the best part about doing this video. I'm just talking my thoughts to you guys on these videos. They mean absolutely nothing. It's all opinion. There's no facts. I'm not checking shit. I'm just going with what I watch. I write the guys' names down that I want to talk about with you guys. Now, you guys can go down in the comments and you can give me some of the guys that you are looking forward to see break out this year, or who are going to suck this year, whatever you want to talk about for this upcoming season. Those are my 5 guys that I'm looking to see. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I cannot wait for opening day tomorrow. We should all have the day off. It should be a national holiday. We look on the calendar, you see all these awful holidays. The kids don't have to go to school, banks are closed, but yet we still got to work. Opening day for a baseball fan is awesome. There is nothing better. There's no better opening day in all of sports. I love football. Football's great, but opening week doesn't compare to opening day. Got games on TV all day, starting at 1 o'clock all the way up until 10. It's going to be beautiful. And, all right. So those are my 5 guys. Check them out. And give me your thoughts on what you think of them and who you're thinking for upcoming season. Now I'm going to add this new segment to the channel. I got some questions from certain people in the last week's first episode, and I want to do that more this week and the upcoming weeks. So I was asked, do I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr., should he be on the Blue Jays this year? I say abso-fucking-lutely. The Blue Jays suck. They have no one going to those games because there's no one there to see. You know, who gives a flying hoot what the Blue Jays put out for a product? Now, Vlad Jr. is exactly that. He could be the next Vladimir Guerrero, but Jr. Now, some people are saying he's already the best hitter in baseball. Now, that is a freaking stretch. He has never stepped foot in a major league game yet, other than spring training. That doesn't count. I think he is going to be an absolute beast, and he should be on the opening day roster, and he should be there for the next 6 years. They should probably think about even locking him up now. That seems like the trend the last week, everyone getting extensions. Why not just throw out a huge dollar figure to this kid, just avoid arbitration altogether? Just give him 6 years, $100 million. I bet you he signs right now. And you have him for 6, and you sell tickets. He is a must-see guy. I absolutely want to see him every day, and I strongly regret never going to a Fisher Cats game because I'm from New Hampshire. I live in New Hampshire, and their stadium is an hour from me, and I never went up there to see him or the Bouchette or Biggio, and I could have been seeing all these guys that the Blue Jays have right in front of me. The future for the Blue Jays is looking great. The next 2-3 years, I don't see them winning a lot of ball games, but Vladimir Guerrero Jr. should be in that damn lineup every single day. So with that being said, in the comments or on Facebook or on Twitter, give me questions or whatever you want to talk about in the next week's episode. And like I said, hit subscribe, hit like, share, and go opening day tomorrow. Everyone, put your fantasy lineups in, get your jerseys on, get your hats on, get your beers, get your hot dogs, and I'll talk to you again soon. Season starts tomorrow, so you'll be hearing more from me. Hit like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to promote this, and let's make this thing keep rolling and getting better and better each week. All right, peace out, guys.